All right. Anybody that just entered want to participate in the poll? I'll probably close it in about 30 seconds and then show you the results. And I know those of you that are calling in are transporting themselves home. No need to do the poll. Okay. I want you to be safe. Yes. All right. I'm going to close out the poll. Looks like we got, someone just squeaked in. And those are our results. Looks like we have 3 people on this call that are new this year. Welcome, new site coordinators. Some folks have maybe this is their second year as site coordinator. And then we have a lot of returning that have been with us for over 6 years. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you, Emily.
Welcome.
All right, so again, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to attend the site coordinator meeting. My name is Aisha Mobley, and I'm the program manager here at Hartford Performs. I've been with the organization since mid-June, and I'm absolutely loving my position. I love the organization very much. I'm so excited to be meeting with you all this afternoon, and even more excited to be working alongside you this school year. And so before we move forward, I do have my colleagues that are on the Zoom call today. So I will ask that they do unmute themselves and introduce themselves to you.
I'll start. Great to see everyone. My name is Emily Wineski. I'm the program director for Hartford Performs. And I'm excited for a new school year. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ree Poirier-Campbell. I'm the executive director, and I'll be talking to you in just a minute. So that's all I'm going to say for right now.
Hi, I'm Deb Kosis. I'm the advancement director. I've been with Hartford Performs for about a year, and I'm looking forward to seeing what all of our teaching artists and all of you teachers and students, everybody comes up with this year.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dashay Newman. I'm your new program coordinator. I just started this week, and I'm actively learning with you all, and I'm excited to be here with you all. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, team. And we're just missing tonight Colleen Estes, who is our finance director. She's absent tonight, and that makes up the Hartford Performs organization, small but mighty. So again, welcome site coordinators. All right. Okay, so this is the Hartford Performs Site Coordinator meeting for the 22-23 school year. This meeting is going to be about an hour long, and for those of you that are watching live, we're going to be paying you overtime for your attendance when you submit your W-9 and your invoice, and you will be receiving that in an email after today's meeting. Also on the screen, you'll be able to see the agenda. And what we really want you to take away from today is how to select and submit your program cards for this coming school year. And so at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Ree Poirier-Campbell, who is our executive director, for some opening remarks, as well as Tracy Avicoli, who's the Hartford Public Schools Director of Arts and Wellness. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Ree.
Thanks so much, Aisha, and thank you all for being here. I am so thrilled to see so many familiar faces and new faces. It's really exciting. You know, this is our 13th year of doing programs in the schools, which is pretty amazing. So thanks especially for volunteering, or at least agreeing, because I know some of you didn't step up right away, but you agreed, and that's just as good, to be Hartford Performs Site Coordinator for this school year. This really is an undertaking that we literally could not do without you. You know, in a normal program, in a normal school year, We do more than 700 programs, and that is multiple programs every single day of the school year. We are in multiple schools every single day. And so we are so, so grateful to have you as our eyes and ears in your building, to make sure that your folks know that our teaching artists are coming, to coordinate space when that's necessary, and then sign off on the programs after they happen. You really are the linchpins that make this whole system work. And we also value the really candid feedback that you provide us, and we urge you to do that. So, comments on our teaching artists and suggestions on what we can do better and ways to make the process more seamless and easier for you, easier for your teachers. So please do let us know how we're doing. And again, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so grateful to have you with us, and I hope we have a great year together. I will turn it over to Tracy so she can add her welcome as well.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Tracy Avicoli. I'm the Director of Arts and Wellness for Hartford Schools. Same, I kind of ditto everything that everybody said. I just want to also just add that not only thank you for being either voluntold or volunteering in this role, but also for really being that cheerleader for your school in the arts this year. This is going to be a really big year for us. We are really focusing on rebuilding all of our arts programs that sadly have had to take a back seat through COVID and now through staffing challenges. And so Hartford Performs has really been that continuous, steady thing that has provided access to arts education, or at least exposure for our kids through all of this. And so we are grateful for Hartford Performs, and the impact that Hartford Performs will bring to us this year is really bringing that excitement and enthusiasm back into our schools and what real arts experiences look like for our kids. So I'm excited for this year. Please let me know if I can do anything to help you, and just thank you again.
Thank you, Tracy and Ree, for the warm remarks. So we're going to move right into our presentation for today. We're going to start off with the Hartford Performs mission. So working in partnership with school systems and artistic communities, Hartford Performs infuses and integrates arts and cultural experiences into teaching and learning in ways that enrich the student experience and improve outcomes across the curriculum. And so we work towards this mission through student programs, professional learning for our teachers, as well as professional learning for our teaching artists. Today, we're going to be focusing on our student programs, and all of our student programs are connected and aligned with the Common Core state standards, as well as the National Arts Standards. All of our programs have been vetted through an application process, and there's a committee of Hartford teachers that assist us with this process. Hartford Performs also has developed a process to continue to review the programs, and they're solely based off of teacher feedback, our strategic plan, and our core values. And so as site coordinators, you truly are the MVPs, and we rely heavily on your assistance to help ensure that programming is successful for all students. Some of your responsibilities will include assisting your teachers with program selections, also with their scheduling needs. You'll be sending teachers reminders of deadlines that are approaching. You'll also verify programs that are happening in your building, and you'll be providing Hartford Performs with feedback so that we can improve within the organization. You really all make it possible for us to do what it is that we do and to bring the amazing programs to your schools and to your students. So thank you for being a site coordinator this school year. And so as a thank you and a token of our appreciation, you will each be receiving a Hartford Performs tote bag and some other goodies throughout the year. Again, as a token of our appreciation. You're taking the time out to do this in addition to your daily responsibilities as an educator in your building. So thank you so much. And at this time, we're going to take just a moment to do a poll. We do have some end of year celebration options, and we want to hear from you in terms of what type of end of year celebration you all would like to have. So at this time, I will turn it over to Emily.
Thanks, Aisha. I know it's crazy to think about the end of the year already,
Yes.
but wanted to get your input since we have you all as a captured audience. So I'm launching a poll of what's your preference for a year-end celebration? And then two options. One is dinner and tickets to a performance, a group outing in the spring, or do you want an individual gift card selection similar to what we did last year to a local area restaurant? I'll give you a minute or two to make your selection. Awesome. Couple more to come in. It's pretty heavily unanimous on one side. All right, and that might be my folks that are calling in. I can follow up with the folks that called in about their preferences. All right, thank you so much for voting. That is so helpful to do right now. Looks like the individual gift card selection to a restaurant was the overwhelming result. All right, I'll hand it back to you, Aisha.
All right, thank you, Emily. Okay. So all of our teaching artists have received the most recent and updated information regarding the COVID-19 policy and the procedures that are set forth by the Hartford Public School System, as well as Hartford Performs. So all of our artists have been briefed on what to expect this school year as it relates to the COVID-19 policies and procedures. So a little bit about our student program options. So all of our options are in person this year. Virtual programs are no longer an option for us. They're all in person. So all of our in-school performances, our artists are coming to you, and then our off-site field trips, you are able to attend those off-site field trips without restrictions. And so again, speaking of those off-site performances, they are back this year. There's no longer any district mandated COVID-19 restrictions as it relates to attending the performances. We know that in the past, there had been some pretty strict mandated COVID-19 restrictions just to keep everyone safe. That is not the case this year. We're still keeping everyone safe, but there's not so much of those restrictions this year. For those of you that will be selecting offsite performances, please keep in mind that you will have to provide your own transportation. Hartford Performs only covers the cost of the tickets. Additionally, teachers must specify when they're selecting their program. So in their carts, they're going to want to be mindful to include the performance dates and times of these performances so that we can book them accordingly. So what can teachers pick for in-person programs? So our grade level teachers will select as a team. So each grade level will have $20 to budget to spend on their in-person programming for this year. So for instance, if you have, let's say if you're a grade 4 teacher and there's 4 teachers on the team, you would not submit 4 different carts. Those 4 teachers would work together to decide on which programming that they would like to have offered for the entire grade level. And the lead teacher would go and select those particular programs and submit that cart. So only 1 cart should be coming in for each particular grade level. And so you're going to choose a lead teacher to be the main contact person. Again, grade level teachers will have $20 to budget to spend on in-person programs this year. In-person or off-site programs range in dollar amounts. So they range from $0 $5, $10, or $20 options. Actually, there's no more $20 options, so we're stopping at 10. So 0, $5, and $10 options for this year. Please, when you're booking your programs, pay attention to availability and student minimum. So that information is going to be found in the program description. So when you're reviewing the programs, you'll be able to take a look at the availability and student minimums, because if you do not meet the student minimum, so let's say a student minimum is 75 students and you're booking for 40 students, you would not be able to book that particular program. So please pay attention to that information. For off-site field trips, please consider funding for your transportation. As aforementioned, Hartford Performs covers the cost of the tickets, but not transportation. And for our unified arts teachers and PE teachers, you all will choose $10 worth of programming, which will serve between 2 and 4 classes. So a minimum of 2, a maximum of 4 classes. So at this point, we're going to take a short break. I know many of you are coming right from work, rushing right onto this meeting this afternoon. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break, but it will be a working break. So for those of you who have not yet completed the Hartford Performs Program Selection Day survey, if you can take just a couple minutes to complete that, that's the information that we will need to find out when your school will be booking or selecting actually your particular program. So there's a number of you that have already completed that survey. If you have, you can enjoy the break. For those of you that have not, I am asking that you please complete that right now over the break. We'll break for 5 minutes. If you do not know just yet your selection day, if you can try to have it in by tomorrow, you can email me privately with the selection day, actually complete the form by tomorrow. That will help us out tremendously. Please keep in mind that all program dates must be selected before October 7th. So between now and October 6th, really, we're asking that you go in and choose one of those dates. So at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break. I'll come back on and cue you when we're about a minute back, a minute out, and then we'll go from there. You can find the link to the survey in the chat.
I have a quick question, Aisha.
Okay.
How are you? Good to see you again. So 2 questions. First of all, so actually a couple questions. So is there no more there's no more virtual, you know how last year you sent out a catalog about choosing things virtually and they were free? That's not happening anymore, right?
Correct. There will be no more virtual options for this school year.
Okay. And then the other question is, in the beginning of the school year, I did send you like the date that all the teachers need to choose by, and I can't seem to find the email. I did send you right? You had asked in like a Google form or something, or someone asked like who our lead teachers are, right?
Yes.
I can't seem to find that information. Is there any way to email it to me so that I have it for my documents? Because I can't remember who I wrote.
Yep, that's not a problem. I can send that to you. Actually, I'll send it to you after this meeting.
Okay, I appreciate it because I
No problem.
it was in a form, right? Because it wasn't in an email, right?
Yep, it was in an email, but the link to the form was in the email. So yes, I can send it to you.
All right, you're the best. Thank you so much.
Back at you. Thank you.
Aisha.
Yes.
This is Karma Labert from Breakthrough.
Hi, Karma.
Hi. So I registered as a site coordinator and all of that, but I'm not sure that I'm on the right screen because I used the other screen last year just as a regular teacher. So can you share with me what it should look like? I just want to make sure that because I was having a little bit of a problem with my
I think Karma's, hey Karma, how's it going?
Hi Emily, how are you?
Good. Karma and I taught together at Kinsella.
Yeah.
Are you talking about your login to the database? Okay, we can help with login to the database. We'll follow up with you after this meeting to make sure that you're able to log in. Same with anyone else that's new. We'll check in to make sure you're able to log in.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Sure. And just so you all know, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself, but it's a good time to mention it. When I send you an email, follow-up email tomorrow with some information, I am going to put the instructions in there on how to reset your password if you need to get onto the database. So I'll make sure that you all have that information as well. So we'll make sure that you're covered.
And then just Aisha too. So if folks have questions, please feel free to put them in the chat and we can answer them at the end. We'll have time at the end to answer more questions. I'm also answering them in the chat and just two that have come in. Phoebe White at Kennelly. Hi, Phoebe. She asked if previously we used to have mandated offsite performances specific by grade level for 2, 4, 6, and 8. We are not requiring that this year. So second grade, fourth grade, sixth grade, eighth grade can select any program that they would like. However, we encourage and recommend that you take advantage of our offsite programs since they're back this year. We have some really, really awesome offerings. So encourage teams to, if they can, to get offsite. And then Karma asked, is the 1 cart per grade level new? In which, no, teachers have always selected as a full grade level team in the past.
About 45 seconds and we'll start back up.
Okay.
So Emily.
Hey, Phoebe.
Hey, so when we're doing the questionnaire, the survey about the schools submitting their programs and carts. So before we used to have somebody who would come in and sit with the groups for their program selection and things like that, but is that no longer on the table? So whatever they do, like, would I be the one to do that with them if they have questions about their program selection? Because I feel like that determines what date we're gonna do.
Yes, correct. We are advocating for site coordinators to take more of a lead in your schools and assisting with the teachers with the program selections. So that would be you, Phoebe, doing that. Yes, correct.
All right. So I would be sitting with the teams and getting them all set for their program selections.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're
Hi,
welcome.
everybody.
Hi, Phoebe. All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Great questions. Thank you, Emily, for facilitating those questions.
Sure.
All right, so we'll jump back in. Okay, so now we're going to move forward in our program or our meeting today, and we'll discuss how to search, select, and send your programs online using our database. And so we do have a video here that I will play for you all.
Hello, this is a short video tutorial on how to select and submit your programs using the shopping cart feature. First, go onto the database, database.hartfordperforms.org. There you will find the program roster for the 2022-2023 school year. You are able to add on a number of filters to find programming that'll meet your objectives. Let's filter by program cost. For the purpose of this video, we will look at programs that cost $10. Once you select your filters, click Search Database. From there, all of the programs will be generated according to your filters. To find out additional information about a particular program, click on the photo or the program title. Click on the expandable arrows for additional program details. To add this program to your cart, scroll up to the top and click Add to Cart. Please keep in mind all grade level teachers must choose at least $20 worth of programming or you will not be able to submit your cart. All Unified Arts teachers, PE teachers must choose at least $10 worth of programming or you will not be able to submit your cart. Let's go back in and choose one more $10 program. Again, you can filter, see additional information, click on the collapsible arrows, add the program to your cart. Now that you have your $20 worth of programming, you're going to want to complete all of the information on this page in order to submit your cart. You'll put the lead teacher's name if it's not you, the lead teacher's email address, you'll choose whether you're a grade level teacher, an arts or PE teacher, or an iGoals or iRise teacher. You'll choose grade level teacher, and then you'll indicate the grade that you teach, the total number of students enrolled in that grade level, and the number of classrooms. Your site coordinator email address will already be populated in for you. In the notes section, you'll want to use this section to write in your priority program titles. For example, all teachers must choose at least $20 worth of programming. However, you can choose above $20 if you would like. Those additional programs beyond the $20 would be your backup programs, should your priority programs not be available. What you would do at the bottom here in the notes section is indicate which of the programs would be your priority programs and which of the programs would be your backup programs. That way, when Hartford Performs goes to book your programs, we will know which ones take precedence. You would also use your notes section if you are going to an off-site performance. Here in the notes section, you would list the date that your students would be attending the performance, as well as the number of tickets that you would need. Once you've completed all of the information, you'll click Send Cart to Site Coordinator's email. And from there, you'll get notification that your cart has been sent to your school coordinator, and a link to your cart has been sent to the email that you provided. That's it. Have a wonderful day.
All right, so this video, you will receive this video when you receive the PowerPoint presentation. So you can send the PowerPoint to your teachers. They can click on the video link and have the instructions of how to go about searching and submitting their carts. So once the cart has been sent, the lead teacher is going to receive an email. Site coordinator is also going to get a copy of that email, and the database is going to collect all of the information that the lead teacher plugged in. For the site coordinators, you can track to see which grade levels have made their selections. You can see which ones need those gentle reminders to get their selections in. And keep in mind that you will be getting one cart email from each grade level and one cart email from each arts and PE teacher. So one per grade level. This year we have a new database feature. The site coordinators are now able to log into the database to see a report that shows the shopping carts that your teachers have submitted. And this feature was created due in part to the feedback that you all provided to us last school year. So thank you so much for completing those surveys and providing that feedback. We do read each and every one of the surveys. They're very, very important to us. And we do take your feedback into consideration when we're looking at making improvements and or advancements. So thank you again. So once we're past the selection process, Hartford Performs will book the confirmed programs. And so the lead teacher and the site coordinator is going to receive a bookings email. This will include the contact information for the particular program and the contact information of the arts provider. We're asking that the lead teacher reach out to the arts provider either by phone or email to schedule their program. So we have informed our arts providers that the lead teacher should be the one reaching out to them first. We've asked for them to just wait and be patient and wait to hear from the teachers first. And so for our teachers that are going to be contacting the lead teacher or the teaching artist, we are asking that even if the program isn't until the spring, we're still asking that you reach out to the arts provider as soon as possible so that the arts providers can get the booking scheduled on their particular calendar. So if you can do it as soon as possible, that would be great. And so once the programs are completed, you as the site coordinator, you're going to receive a voucher email, and you're going to just verify the information and verify that the program had actually happened. You'll submit and verify everything right online. And we're asking that you please do this in a timely fashion so that our teaching artists can get paid in a timely fashion. We do cut our checks twice a month. So as soon as you receive those online vouchers, if you can review that information and send it back to us as soon as possible, we would greatly appreciate it. And so after each program is completed, a survey is going to be sent within a few days for the teachers to provide us with some feedback. This is known as the program response survey. And we're also going to ask for one lesson plan survey. This is for the program that has a strong classroom connection to a unit or SEL goal or a SLO goal. So I want to quickly just review our Hartford Performs timeline. So by October 7th, all programs will be booked. So as your school submits their carts, we will be working remotely, scheduling, booking actually your programs on the day that you are submitting your cart. So by October 7th, all programs are booked. By November 22nd, all programs are scheduled. So even, like I said, if your program is being offered in the spring, if you can, please reach out to the teaching artist sooner rather than later, obviously before November 22nd, because we'd like to have all programs scheduled by that time. Between October and June, site coordinators, you'll be verifying the online vouchers. And then by June 9th of 2023, all programs will have been completed and all vouchers will be completed and submitted. So what you'll get from me tomorrow, so you will receive the recording of today's meeting. You'll also receive the PowerPoint presentation that has the video embedded in it. You'll also receive information on the database login and password reset if you need it. And then from Dashay Newman, our program coordinator, you will receive the W-9 form and the invoice. So for those of you that are viewing today's meeting, you will receive the W-9 form and the invoice so that you can be compensated for attending this afternoon's meeting. And with that, I'd like to open it up for questions, comments, and hopefully there's no concerns. But if you have them, now would be the time to share them. So.
Thanks, Aisha. There are a couple more questions in the chat, so I'll start with those, and then people can unmute, and we can go from there. So let's see. There was a question about teachers having access to their accounts. Teachers do not need an account, just like in that video. You don't need to log into Hartford Performs database to select your programs. You just go straight to the database website, search and select programs, fill out that cart form and submit. Patricia Douglas from Capital Prep. She asked, if a date has not been selected for your school yet, can teachers begin selecting programs? That's a great question. This year, we are really hoping that all your carts are submitted on your one specified date. That makes it, it's essential for our offsite performances and ticketed performances. That we're able to book your whole school all at once and confirm those tickets for anybody that wants to go offsite. So selecting that one date that your school is going to commit to logging in and submitting the carts, that's really what we're going for this year. And then Jeffrey Summers at West Middle this year asked about that day, and if you need to be, so I think as site coordinator, you need to be available to help teachers, but I don't imagine you needing to like block out a whole day and get sub coverage to meet with each team. The program is really built now in the database for teachers to be able to navigate and select the programs on their own. Things that have been successful in the past, I'm looking at Lisa at Parkville, and they dedicated a morning staff meeting. Teachers brought their laptops, and in about 20 minutes, everybody selected their programs and submitted them all in one shot. So while we can't require your principal to give up a staff meeting, that was a really great way to do it. Perhaps there's a day where teachers all on their prep time can dedicate 10 minutes to submit their programs. So those are some suggestions for how to get this done. Okay, let's see. A question about scanning and emailing the W-9 form. Yes, you can take a picture of it and email it, or scan it and email it so that your signature is on the invoice and the W-9 to process payment for this meeting. Schools submit all carts on one day. Yes, that is the hope. That's the plan, so that we can see, and you can see and track as the site coordinator, everybody getting their carts in on one day. That just helps. Then our hope on the back end is to book everybody on that one day, so that last year there was a lot of chasing, we were missing, 7th grade hasn't submitted, and sending emails to 7th grade, and it strung out for a very long time. And we're hoping to avoid that process this year by having each school dedicate one day to Hartford Performs. And yes, please give it your best shot. Especially if you are selecting programs for performance dates, it is going to be on a first come, first serve basis for those tickets. So, you know, if your teachers and Connections is already sold out. So if people did not fill out the Connections survey, it's done. It's already sold out. Performance and tickets are going to go quick as well. So the earlier you can get your teachers to sign up and pick a date to select all of the programs, the better. Okay, I think that was everything in the chat.
Emily Meg Hayes asked about iGoals classrooms, if they have $20 or $10.
Oh, good question. Yes. So iGoals does have a separate budget, and iGoal teachers have a $20 budget to select programs for their students. So if your school has dedicated iGoals or RISE students, they're able to select $20 worth of programming. Lisa, you have a question?
Yeah, we have two iGoals, so they both get $20.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it.
RISE as well. Yes, sorry.
Phoebe asked a good question. I'll just, you skipped over it. Will one of the Hartford Performance people be coming to our school? Like, will you come to our school, or how to? You're not coming to us?
We're not planning to come to each school. We are going to prioritize if we have new site coordinators that need a little bit more assistance, we can set up time to go to new site coordinator schools. We do understand that our presence in the school might help and assist with getting programs selected on a certain day. So if you need our help in making that a successful day, and you really want us to be there and be a presence, let us know, follow up with us by email, and we can work something out with you. Because our hope is that it's successful, but we also want to empower you to be able to do this for your school as well. I hope that answered your question.
Jesse asked, how bad is it if they all submit their carts randomly?
It is just difficult on our end of either missing students or missing information that we need in order to book the programs. So it is ideal and would really try to make a conscious effort that the school submits all of their carts on one day, if possible.
And Phoebe asked about COVID protocols for offsite performances and the student chaperone ratio, and if the chaperones are included in the count.
All good questions. COVID protocols are, we've communicated what Hartford Public School COVID protocols are to our offsite performance venues. If they have different protocols, those will be communicated to the lead teacher ahead of time. Student chaperone ratios are the same as they have been in the past. So for pre-K to 4th grade, the ratio is 1 adult for every 5 students. And for 5th grade to 8th grade, it's 1 adult for every 10 students.
And are those included in their counts? She wanted to know as well.
In the count, what does that? What does that
I think
mean?
for tickets or for the overall number of people who are coming. So the difference between students and tickets.
Yes, chaperones are included in the ticket count. We pay for students, and as long as chaperones are within the required ratios, they are considered free by the theater, but you shouldn't exceed any of the ratios with the adults.
I have a question, Maureen from Batchelder.
Hey, Maureen, go ahead.
Hi. In the past, our school has, like, we've typed up our request. I'm the first time site coordinator, given it to our site coordinator, and I think they input everything. So it was all done on one day. Can that happen again? Can I get all the selections from the teachers just emailed to me and I input everything?
I think Sharon Lynn has done something similar as well and went around and collected information on an Excel sheet, and then emailed me that Excel sheet. If you want to bypass the cart, you can, if that's the easier way for you to do it and organize it, for sure. That's definitely, that's an option that you can do.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And Maureen, I know you're a Montessori, so teachers should be selecting in teacher teams of 3. I know that typically you guys have a large pre-K, K group of kiddos. So if they can select programs in groups of 3, that would work best.
Got it.
Yes, that's what I've already told them. I've broken everyone in the school up into groups of 3.
Awesome.
So we're good.
Awesome. Thank you.
Patricia
Emily,
asked if we can reach out to admins about the expectation of the program selections on one day.
So I did reach out to the administrators back in August. In their welcome back letter, it was very specific in there. I have no problem resending and letting them know regarding the program selections, but they have all received an email from me a couple weeks ago with that information in there.
It's a question from Martha. If the chaperone child ratio is exceeded, can the chaperone purchase a ticket? And if so, how? It would be out of the chaperone's own pocket, and it would be dependent on the availability of seats within the theater. And so if we are confirming ticket count within your chaperone ratio, and confirming that through Hartford Performs, the lead teacher should still contact the theater to confirm those student numbers. And I believe at that time, if you have more chaperones that would want to purchase a ticket to go in addition to the ratio, that could be discussed directly with the theater at that time. You're welcome. Other questions?
If you said this already, I sincerely apologize. Did you answer the piece about the eye goals?
Yes, ma'am.
There was a question in the chat.
Yep. iGoal teachers have a $20 budget for programming. Every iGoal teacher at your school can select $20 of programs.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, I think last year, there was an opportunity for our school to use like one of the artists for a PBIS incentive. Do you know if that would be something that would be available for this year as well?
My understanding is that there potentially are some ESSER funds that schools have that can certainly be used and allocated to Hartford Performs programming, if that's something that your school has in mind.
Great, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I have a quick question regarding the UA. So you said that for UA, so we just added another UA. We actually have 6 UA classes now because we just added STEM. And I believe in the past, I could be wrong, that we were able to have like 2 $10 programs and they split it, or the UA had to choose which ones would have it. So can you just remind me again? I mean, maybe some other schools have just as many as us, but I know we just added 1 more. So it's $10 for all 6 UAs for to make a decision as to what they're going to have, or how does that work?
So you should select 2 unified art teachers that will pick programs, and each teacher gets $10 a budget to select programs.
Okay.
So we recommend, and most schools have visual arts and music.
Mhm.
If you don't have a music teacher, or I know Kinsella has given you a option to dance in the past. Depending on your school makeup, you have some autonomy over what that selection is. And then 1 PE teacher.
Okay, yeah, that's our situation. We don't have music, but we have like 2 gym teachers. Okay, so each of them will have $10. Okay, that answers the question. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Emily.
Melissa, you can go first. Go ahead.
Good question. So I'm returning from Naylor. So the email that you had sent out requesting us to fill out in regards to identifying lead teachers. And I know it was required for us to put in 2 UA teachers, 1 PE teacher, but then I noticed for each grade level that wasn't required. Do the teachers, when they fill out their carts, because it's going to ask for the lead teacher, does that name have to match the names that we provided on that original form that you emailed us?
Yes, it does. So the reason why on that form the lead teachers weren't required is because the way in which the form was built to suffice for pre-K all the way up through 8th grade. Not all schools have all of those grade levels, so I didn't want to make it required for everyone to fill out information they didn't need to plug in. So that's why it was left as a non-mandated field. But yes, ideally the lead teacher that is indicated on the form should be the lead teacher that is submitting the carts in the database.
Is it okay to resubmit?
You can, and actually you can email me. So I've had a couple of teachers that have emailed me with some changes to that form, and I've gone in and done it on my end. So just shoot me an email and I can make any changes for you.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Hi, so my question is specific to preschool because I'm working for pre-K Burns and pre-K Global. We switched back to straight grades, so just pre-K 3 and just pre-K 4. Should I do what I did last year where pre-K at Global was 1 grade and pre-K at Burns was the other grade, or should I actually do it by grade since both schools have both, if that makes any sense?
It does make sense. Our hope is that when programs are selected, there's at least 40 students in a cohort. So however that works and makes sense for you and your school.
Okay, we're small, so we'll probably just do 1 school's 1 and 1 school's the other.
Great.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yes, Lisa, I can send that to you.
All right. Jeffrey, thank you so much for those nice words in the chat. We really love our job and appreciate all the work that you do in helping us bring these programs into your schools and supporting student learning through the arts. We know how hard it's been these past few years and how much work you all do, and your dedication is just overwhelming to me. So I really appreciate you taking some extra time out of your day right at the start of the school year and assisting your teachers with getting programs in their buildings. So thank you so much, really, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. It's so great to see you all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emily. Thank you. I just wanted to give like a quick shout out. This is my second year being coordinator. I love it. But one of the Hartford Performs artists, Matt Mazur, who teaches the space show, he has developed this amazing like relationship with one of our fourth grade teachers. And he actually already reached out to me and the fourth grade teacher, you know, to say how excited he is to work with us again and how, you know, he's got these programs to share his name with other people. And he's fantastic. And I mean, there's so many of them that are amazing, but I just wanted to let you guys know that he specifically reached out in the beginning or the middle of August to write this whole email about how excited he is to work with us again.
Thanks, Beth. That's great. We're so glad when our artists have been around for a while and they have favorite teachers that they connect with each year, and it really creates these beautiful bonds in the classroom, and students seeing faces they recognize in the hallways. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So thank you all so much. All right, we have reached 5 o'clock and want to be mindful of your time. Aisha, anything to sign us off?
Just thank you all for attending. Please reach out to me as often as you need to. I'm very, very happy to help you all, meet you all, and have a wonderful and safe and enjoyable school year. And we look forward to another successful year of arts programming in your schools.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you guys. Thanks so
Good
much.
night, everyone.
Night.
Bye-bye.